Try to drag me across the world to blame me for your failures? Get left high and dry. This story is unfolding in real time, and we're nearing the end of it. My company specializes in industrial software that operates globally, involving various modules that interact with physical processes. While most of our work can be done remotely, there are times when we need to be on-site for installation and testing. A few months ago, my team deployed software for a project in North America. Since then, we've only dealt with minor bugs. However, the project has fallen significantly behind schedule, and the local team is struggling. 3 weeks ago, they asked me to fly halfway across the world to help fix their issues while I wrapped up the remaining tasks. Upon my arrival, I discovered that a crucial software module was barely functional. Instead of addressing the problem, the on-site team had been blaming others, including mechanical and electrical designers, without just cause. Initially, they seemed pleased to have my support, but after a week, they started trying to shift the blame onto me. I tolerated this for about a week, explaining how the system should work, gathering logs and performing root cause analyses to help them identify the issues in their code. Despite my efforts, they continued to point fingers. But I remained focused on making progress so I could return home. Then, last Friday, I received a perplexing email from the team. They had met without me and concocted an elaborate theory claiming that the software I designed was malfunctioning. They convinced the project manager, who lacked technical expertise, to back their claims. During a call, the PM insisted that I was responsible for collaborating with the team to resolve these issues, which had caused project delays. When I tried to explain my side, I was shouted down. In that moment, I realized what was happening and decided to change my approach. I expressed my doubts about their claims and demanded hard evidence to support their accusations. They could only provide vague statements, which I pointed out were inconclusive and could still be attributed to their own code. I spent the next half of my shift trying to replicate the issue and capturing network traffic logs between the two systems. When I couldn't reproduce the problem, I decided to escalate the situation. I copied my management back home on my findings, creating a detailed paper trail that showed how I had been blindsided and demanded to fix a problem that wasn't my responsibility, all without any evidence. To my surprise, I wasn't alone in this. Some team members reached out privately, sharing that they were experiencing similar issues on another project run by the same group. I gladly provided them with the details. During my shift, I laid everything out clearly for the team, and they reacted defensively, denying their actions and attempting to shift blame back onto me. One member looked like they might start crying. The next day, I sent a formal letter to HR back home, withdrawing my consent to work on site. I cited my employment agreement and legal statutes, explaining that the environment had become unsafe and uncollaborative. They accepted my withdrawal without any fuss, and I began planning my return. The project manager was frantic, pleading with me to stay, knowing my absence would mean I wouldn't be there for the client sign-off. There were still issues to fix, and the chances of the local team resolving them on their own were slim. I was scheduled to leave the next day, and testing was set to begin shortly after. Normally, this would be a daunting situation, but I had enough evidence to protect myself. I was both impressed and appalled by the audacity of the team, but they had messed with the wrong person and had just landed themselves in a deeper mess. In short, a failing team brought me in to have someone else to blame for their problems. Instead, I made sure it backfired on them, leaving them in a tough spot with no one left willing to help.